Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. We are doing a reading. This is basically a message from Spirit. This message was meant to find you. I'm going to incorporate some Lenormand cards and some Oracle. And this is just a message. I don't know what part of your life it's going to pertain to, but I think it's going to be clear when we get into it. At least I hope so. But we have 4 different tarot decks here, different sizes, colors, themes, whatever. Just pick the card that jumps out at you, really. I just don't even like it to be overthought. It's just, if there's a color, if there's a pattern, whatever it is, that's your pile and that's your message. So whichever one of these appeals to you for whatever reason, it could be the tackiest, the ugliest, the one you like the most, whatever, that's your pile. So jump to your timestamp below and you will get your reading on this message that is meant to find you. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for being here. I am honored to be reading for you. This is your pile. This is the tarot deck you chose. And this top card, I put it right on top, but this is the card that was right here. And I like doing this as this, I don't know what this card is, but this is kind of, it's going to tie into your message. But I want to see, I like this card usually to represent like you, your vibe, your headspace, where you're at. So this is kind of, this card is you. And this is going to somehow help us like decipher this message. But let's see you in a card right now. And we've got the 3 of Wands. A 3 of Wands it's absolutely not bad. It's somewhat contemplative. It's somewhat hopeful. I think there's definitely this kind of like looking out, hoping, almost daydreaming, wanting to plan something. There's this kind of, I wouldn't say wistful, but there's a positive energy to this card. This is a card of like, if I want this and I can see it and it's almost like you can manifest this. This is your card to say like, this is what I want. I'm going after it. Here's how I want it to look. Here's the plan. Here's how I know it's going to play out. It's just a very, I feel like it's a card of, you don't necessarily feel so lost. This isn't a card of being totally lost. And if this came up for you, if you feel lost, maybe you're not so lost. Maybe this thing that you're thinking about or this thing that you want, maybe there's more there to it. Like it's more of an answer than you realize. It's more of a direction. So this is, I think you're a little more either grounded than you realize or aware or self-aware. So I do like this card. And I feel like some things or decks or whatever will explain that this card has kind of like a positive, kind of auspicious vibe to it, which is nice and positive. So I'm going to jump right in with 3 Lenormand cards this is flat out going to be your message, and then we're going to speak to it a little bit. So let me turn over these 3 Lenormand cards. This is going to be a message to you, and then we're going to get into some tarot, and we will see where we're at with this. But I'm going to do 1. It's not a good one. 2 and 3. Okay, 2 and 3, very good. The Sixth is, I think it's one of the heavier Lenormand cards, but I am going to tell you what I see in these 3 cards, and we're going to move forward because this truly is your message. And like I said, I like this 3 of Wands for you. So what exactly does this mean? We're going to get into that. And it's an interesting message because the Ring and the House are very much positive cards. These are yes cards. This is like a positive message of like security, foundation. There could be so much here about like love. There's a lot here about like just that home base that feels good, that's safe, secure. It could be everything about like a positive message regarding love or relationships, or like about you're getting more from the person that you want, the situation, the dynamic. I really love these last 2 cards. I don't think your message is bad at all. I just think this message is almost more of like, it's more of a message. It's less of, I think, what you can look forward to, and more of like okay, here's what you've been dealing with. Here's you. You want something. You know what you want. You are not afraid to go after it. And I think for whatever reason you've been dealing, and I think this is the 6th thing here, I think there's been some true hardship. Anything like negative you could almost associate with this card. And 5s are generally cards of like ick and conflict and strife, and this definitely brings that up. I mean, there could be, so either you wanted this very bad and something, horrible, for lack of a better word, happened and you didn't get what you wanted. And it hurt and you're dealing with it. But the thing is, you right now, you're positive. You're going after what you want. So I really think the message here, what I see truly, my light's about to fall, is that I feel like you've been given kind of a second chance. And maybe this does have to do with love. Maybe this does have to it deals with you going after something that in the past or recently you were kind of burned with, or it absolutely didn't go your way, or it was horrible, it was tragic, whatever. I think this is you now taking a second chance. And this would be a message to say, yes, go after it. Like, keep your eyes on the prize. Don't give up. Do this. Just really hold on to what you want. Keep that vision. Keep it tight, and it will be yours. And this is the it will be yours. And this is the yes, try it again, or kind of like this to me just acknowledges and validates what you've been through. This is almost like a separate, yes, it's been a ride, it's been shit, you've been there, but now now you're good. That's what I get out of this message. Really, it really is okay, if you want this, if this is something that you're willing to go for, and I can tell that you are willing to go for it, I can tell you want it, I can tell it's on your mind, and I really do think it has something to do with either home, love, relationships. It's kind of cliche, but proposal, there's definitely something here that's very quintessential, dreamy, loved up kind of feeling. I like this for you, and I really think Spirit's here to validate and I think there's also this you've earned this, you deserve this. This is for you. Forget what happened, or forget the fears or the bad past. This really is for you, and this is your place. So, okay, that's what I get very wholeheartedly in this. I do think you're at a point in your life where you're not afraid, or you at least know what you want. You may be a little skeptical or a little afraid to go after it full on, but I think you really know what you want. You know you're ready. You know it's time. And this is a message, quite frankly, to say it is your time. And I've come into these messages quite a few times where I'll be yes, I get it now. This is a message of divine timing, but I will say this is a message of time to me. It's your time. It's really, really your time. It's your time to take action. It's your time to jump, to engage. It is just your time. So forget whatever happened. I don't know if you've paid your dues, if you've healed, whatever it is, it's ready to be a part of your past. And now this is your time. I could probably end the reading here, and you would probably get the same message as if I carried this on for 20 more minutes, but I'm going to carry it on a little bit, and I'm going to get some tarot just to get more messages from Spirit. But I think this is the message. This is your time. Do it. I think you'll be rewarded. I think you'll find that in taking action, you're going to get what you want out of it, and that it is a good thing. So let's see what you can look forward to if you take action, because I do think this is a message of time to take action. So we've got Six of Swords, which is basically new horizons, change, excitement, better future. Eight of Swords and Seven of Pentacles. I love when things just becomes so validating through tarot, through Spirit, through the messages. This truly is if I look at Eight of Swords and I have it under the Sith here, this is there was a time when you were stuck. There was a time when you were stressed. There was a time when things weren't, you just felt trapped. And that's even putting this energy lightly probably, but it was you couldn't move. You were stuck. You didn't see a way out. And if you wanted something, you really didn't see how you could go after it, which is totally the opposite of the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is not only is it ambitious, but it's action, it's fire, it's energy, it's passion. This is igniting passions and doing that thing you want to do, and seeing yourself doing it. Eight of Swords is the opposite of that. So I think that this message here with the Six of Swords, which is action, it's moving, it's doing things. It's you aren't stuck anymore. You know what you want. You're going after it. You're changing things. You're packing for a vacation. You're on your way. Seven of Pentacles, you're working towards it. You are saving for that rainy day because you know it's going to happen. You know the thing you want. You're not really saving for that rainy day. That's not what I mean. You're saving for your future. You're investing in your future. Because what you want is going to happen. it's this confidence that like, yes, this is my path, this is my place, this is my future, this is happening. So if I get this whole message from Spirit, it just validates like, you're not stuck anymore. This is your past here, and your future really is about like doing, acting, moving, actually making things happen, investing. It's time. So I really feel strongly that this is your message, and I really hope this tracks. I think this could, like I said, absolutely have something to do with like love, relationships. If there's something you want to go after, if there's someone that you want to pursue, if there's like a conversation you want to have, if someone's waiting on you for like an answer to something important, like that would involve moving forward. This could involve like an actual move. Maybe it's something like, which sounds, not totally romantic, but it could be something like changing careers, but it could also be changing cities. It could be moving in together. I feel like this is very much a next step, like an exciting next step. And I don't think that this next step would have been exciting, say, in the past when this was happening. I don't think it would have been possible, feasible, manageable. I don't think any of it, but you're not here anymore. You're now here. So this is your time. Move forward. And you clearly want it. It's here. You want it. And if you're like, I don't know if I want it, I can't figure out if I want it, I really think just you being here and the thing that you daydream about, the thing that you spend the most time focusing on, or the thing that you think about first thing in the morning or last thing at night, you do want it. That's you in this hot tub kind of, I just say manifesting it. It's that thing you want, that even if it's a little subconscious, just know that it's yours to be had. So that's your message. Go after it, get it, say yes to it, pursue it. You're not stuck anymore. The funk is over. It's your time. You're in the clear. Enjoy it, embrace it. And this was kind of a short reading, but all the same, this message was meant to find you. So I hope you feel the same way. All right. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. It would mean everything. I appreciate it. Goodbye. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. This is Light and Bone Tarot, and I'm just very, very happy to be doing this reading. This is, we are doing a reading on a message. This message is meant to find you. This is a message from Spirit. It's your time to get this message. And this might be a pretty short reading. It might last like 6 or 8 minutes. I'm not sure. It might last 20, but there's definitely a message that's going to be in the cards for you. So here we go. This card that was on top, this was the card you picked. It was like right here. And this is you. This is your energy. This is going to help us just kind of see you and help like decipher the message that we're going to get. So this is you, whether you realize it or not. That is so funny. This is literally the same card that came up in another deck. So 3 of Wands, I can tell the same story, although I feel like there's even a slightly different energy to it. But it's very positive. It's ambitious. It is going after what you want. It is seeing the thing you want. There's this very fearless kind of like passion behind it. There's drive, there's enthusiasm, and there's this like no regrets, not looking back. Like you're in it. So I do feel like however we go with these next cards, there's this momentum. There's something driving you, and I feel like you're driven, you're inspired, you're in it. Actually, I think you're in a very good place. You may have some questions, but I think you kind of already know the answers. Okay, so the piece that I'm going to do here to get a somewhat specific message from Spirit, I'm going to pull 3 Lenormand cards, and this is your story. This is essentially your message from Spirit, and it's meant to find you. So here we go. I'm going to say that the stork, the stars, very sweet. Okay, the garden. Very, very positive. Very interesting and very positive. Let me take a look at this for a second and just kind of gauge where we're at, because it's beautiful. It's 3 positive cards, and it's like overwhelmingly, I don't want to say deep, but there's a depth here, and it's real. So let me give you a little bit about this. Take each card at face value. We have a little bit about change. We have a little bit about trust and intuition. And then we have a bit about like parties and social. These are all very, very positive cards. They can all bring a message of like love, relationships. However, I want to say when I think about this and when I look at this card, this could absolutely have to do with like love and relationships. So if you're here and you want a positive message about love and relationships, yes, it's definitely here. But there's a little bit more of a story here. And I feel like it's almost like there's a trust your gut kind of message. And the trust your gut, I think, comes with there is going to be a change. That change is going to be like new career, new location, new house, new something. I do feel like something is going to change for you, and you have to trust, like you have to lean into this change. You have to embrace this change. And I think this change is going to bring all the positive changes that you wanted. So I can just say new friends, new environment, new energy, new things, new adventures, new things to get excited about. There's a newness here. There's like, it's a new energy. It's a new vibe, but it's something that you really want. So there's this like, trust your gut. Things are going to change and you're going to love it. And that message alone could play to so many different things. If there's something in career you want, if you want to make a major, I don't know, like gamble with your career, switch something up, do something on your own, leave your role, whatever it is, like there's an action here. There's a passion here. And even looking at this card, it is this like, it's different than the last pile one, even though this card was the same card, just different deck. The energy here is more of like, this is you doing exactly what you want to do. This is very much a trust your gut. That thing you're thinking about, that question mark you have, do it, go after it. I do think not only is now your time, but it's less of like now's your time, and it's more of like what you want, you're going to get. Like this is it's here for you. Whatever it is, whatever shows up for you right now, it's here for you. If there's an opportunity that presents itself, it's here for you. If you're thinking about it, you're thinking about it for a reason. It's because this is truly like, this is your whole deal right now. I find something there's something exciting in this message. Like without being too cheesy, I can almost feel like my heart's racing a little bit more here, because there's this like, yes, do it. Like that sense of, if you're listening to this right now and you can feel like, if there's something you're thinking about that you want to do, and this can even be like, call the boy or whatever, like call that person, text that person. Like that's not as big as I feel like this message could be. I feel like this is really a message that holds a much more potential, but there's something here. There's this buildup. There's this excitement, like just freaking do it. So yes. And it is that thing that you kind of have that you have a good feeling about, that you really in your gut, in your innermost feel could work out, would work out, is meant for you. Yeah, this is definitely speaking to you. It's a message that it needs to be done, that it's kind of like a gift from spirit. Like, yes, this is going to work out. That thing you want, it's yours. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Yeah. And there's passion behind this. There's excitement. There's action. There's almost like this. I don't think you're going to look back once you do this. You're going to know that you're in the right place, and you're in the right place at the right time, and you're doing you, and it's your time. And I just feel like there's going to be a reward, and I can't say what that reward is, but it's something you're going to deeply enjoy. And it does feel like there's this kind of like social piece to it, whether it's a person that you want to be with, or you want to be surrounded by more people, or you want to be surrounded by your person and all the people that come with that. Like, I just feel like there's this sense of like community, like people around you, but not in a vague, like you're going to be surrounded by people kind of way, but in a, like, if there's an environment you want to see yourself in, I mean, this could be an office environment of sorts, or like like colleagues, like if there's a certain group of colleagues you want to see yourself around, if there's like a certain event or convention or like a level you want to reach with work, and you can kind of picture yourself with these people around you having these conversations, like this just speaks to that. And I do think this is something you've thought about, you're working towards, you want. It didn't just come to you yesterday. This has been like a passion project of yours, whether it's been silent or whether you voiced it, whether you've been actively working on it or just like mulling it over for years. It's your time. It's your time, and it's your place, and it's kind of supposed to be. It's falling into place for you. It's just now you have to actually make the change and do it. Okay, so I'm just going to follow this up with 3 more cards, just another message from Spirit, and then I think we can almost wrap this up because these messages feel very clear and concise to me. So here we are. We have 6 of Wands. We have Temperance. And we have the Four of Cups. A little bit heavier on this side of the message, which isn't at all bad. It's just more of like it's just a little heavier. And it tells me that this is something you don't want to mess up. This is something you want to get right. This is something that's been with you for a while. It's close to your heart. It's important to you. You want to be seen. You want to be recognized for this. You want people to kind of like, it's important. It's just important to you. It's almost like a bit of your identity. It's a big thing. It's overwhelming. It's scary. You do fear that the results wouldn't be as great as you wanted or as exciting as you wanted, but I really, really believe they will. And I think it is a ride all the same. This is, you're still going to have to strike a balance with this. You're still going to have to, I think, be somewhat careful, but it is your time to shine. It truly is your time to shine. So don't fear the outcome so much, because I have a very clear message that the outcome's going to be positive. So the more than positive, it's going to be what you want. It's going to be, you're going to fall into place when this happens. This is, like you hitting your stride and doing what you're meant to do. So don't worry so much about if you're going to enjoy it, if it's going to look like this or feel like this. Just work on like kind of maintaining your balance, stay centered. Just stay centered, really, and pursue this, and it really will. It's your time. So whatever this thing is that's burning you up or eating you up that you have to do, and again, this could be small, this could be calling someone, but I will say, if it is like calling someone or texting someone, which I really think it's bigger than that, then that, I feel like that it's not, that one action isn't like an isolated action. If it's a call, then it might be a call where you like genuinely have to apologize or put yourself out there. Like it's going to bring about big things. So it's not just like, whatever this is, it's like, it's starting something for you. It's like a whole new path for you, a whole new trajectory in a very good way, but it is like a new direction. Like this is your new fork in the road, and take it. So this is your new space, your new energy, your new surroundings, your new mindset, everything. And it's very important. I said that when I saw this, there's a weight to this. There's something very important about this. So yeah, I hope the more I talk about this, I feel like the more I'll muddy it and just like dilute the message so much that it doesn't seem as important. But it is, and I'm going to end the reading here, but I hope this message makes sense. If you liked it, if you feel it, please like, subscribe, comment, do what feels right, but I would love your feedback. So thank you so much. Have a good one. Goodbye. Hello, pile 3. This is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. This reading is about, it's a gift from Spirit. It's a message from Spirit, and it really is, this message was meant to find you. So there's something you're thinking about, something on your mind, something that's plaguing you, something you just want validation on, whatever it is. This truly is your message, and it's meant to find you. So this card that was sitting on top, this is you. This is going to help like decipher this message. It's kind of like, this is your energy. It's going to help clear things up somehow. And we have 5 of Cups, which is, it's an interesting one, the 5 of Cups. There is definitely, I can attribute hope to this. But with the 5 of Cups, there's a little bit of loss too. There's a little bit of like this, it's a little bit of everything. It's a mixed bag. It's a card of emotions. It's like this to me could be like an emotions are running high. There's a lot going on. There's a contemplative aspect to this card, but however, the hope piece is strong in that it's a glass half full. It might not feel like it's overwhelmingly full right now. You might really be grappling with like, is my glass half full or half empty? But this would be like, just so you know, your glass is half full. Like you might have, a million things that are like shitty, but you'd have like 1,000,001 things that are like really amazing. So this is kind of that vibe. Like you're actually okay. You might not be in the most amazing place of your life mentally, but things are actually, they're all right and they're good, and they could be a lot worse, and they have been a lot worse. So that's your energy right now in a card, and this is definitely going to help make heads of this message that we're going to get. I'm going to use these Lenormand cards, and I'm going to pull 3, and this is very much your message from Spirit. This is your message, and it was meant to find you, and you're here for this message. I'm going to let those 2 fall, and I'm going to take this. So we've got the ring, we've got the fox, and we have the house. So what do we make of this? Let me think on this for a moment and give you your message, because the fox, to me, I like this card. It comes with a little complexity, a little depth, and then we're flanked by two very positive cards. So yeah, let me see what I can make of this. Think about this. And this message, it's slightly different than the other three, which is good. Everything's got a little bit different. There's a little bit, okay, when I say there's a warning, it's not a warning as in like bad things are coming or anything like that. It's a warning of like, think about it like this. Like, this is an option. This is a possibility. It's more of like a, so, okay, let me say, the ring and the house are very, very positive cards. The ring can be everything from like contracts to deals to like things being solidified. It's just, it's positive. It's like trust, it's commitment. It's everything good that you would think. So I love the ring card. And I love the house card too, because it's that foundation. It's that safety. It's that security. It's that settling. The fox, and I do actually like the fox card because I like things that are sly. I like things that are tricky. I like that edge and that bite that things have, kind of like a little bit of that unknown. So this could carry a message of excitement. This could carry a message of like, okay, things might look really good, but just keep an eye out. Watch out for something that looks too good to be true. And I don't really like delivering messages like this because I don't think they're bad, but they're just not quite like, I wouldn't say this is an over the top warm and fuzzy message, but I will say this. I think you are ever so slightly delicate at the moment. I wouldn't say you're not totally fragile. You aren't about to break. I think it's all good on the road ahead, but you've been through something. You're kind of like in recovery mode, or you've just stepped out of recovery mode and now you're like rebuilding. Like, you're in the kind of slow rebuild. And I do think there's a sense of like, proceed with caution, take care of you, look both ways, really like size up all the situations. It's almost like there's a self-protection piece here. And I do with the house could be you. This is like, take care of you. Do you watch out for things that might, or a situation or a contract or something that looks like it's so good, or too good to be true. That's the message here. And I want to get more of this without, leaving it on that note, because it feels like, I wouldn't say it's not, the thing is though, it's absolutely not negative. I think it really, and I've said this in everything, like I've said, it kind of validates where you are right now. It validates what you've been through, and this, like, you aren't going to rush into things. You are proceeding in a way that feels like authentic to you. And this also could be like authenticity. Like, take the time for you. Really try to figure out exactly what you want, like, or stop doing things for other people. Stop making it about other people's happiness. Like, what are you doing that you can focus more on you to really take care of you and get yourself as truly like happy and right as can be. The thing is though, I want to find a very clear and concise message out of this, because I was able to do this in the last two decks, and I feel like we're very close to doing that in this deck. There's just this kind of like shelf that we're at, and it's I really think this is a message of taking care of you and not doing things always for other people, not always considering someone else, considering exactly what you want in this arrangement, in this decision, moving forward, the life you want, like the shape you want it to take. And I do think the hope is a message here as well, because it is a sense of like, you can have exactly what you want. It can be everything you want. It's there for you. It's attainable. Just make sure it's your terms and it's exactly what you want. Maybe you are going through something contractually. Maybe you're on the brink of like kind of solidifying something big or like executing something like very serious and big. And it's this like, what are the terms exactly that I want? What's really going to make me happy? There is this like, I kind of see you as the sly fox in this message. That's the thing. It's not anyone else deceiving you. This is you. You're the person that needs to like truly suss out the situation and put yourself first and do what feels good for you and just be your own little kind of like your own little clever devil. Like I want you to be your own strongest advocate and do exactly what you need to do for you to keep that hope alive, to move forward, to make your situation the best it can be. I really see a lot of hope here. That's the thing. There's zero like darkness or real edge here. It's just a move forward. Like, you know, here's the ledge, you're off the ledge. Just keep moving forward. You're not going to move back, but do it in a way that you are completely serving yourself and putting yourself first. That's the message. We're going to do, excuse me, 3 tarot cards, and this is like a further message from Spirit. And let's see what we have here. So we've got 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, and the Magician. And it tracks for me in that we still have this kind of, the Magician is absolutely, this is the hope. This is the possibility. This is you having everything you want. You are your own powerhouse. You can do whatever you want, but you know that. And this is what you're working towards and goaling towards. This is a little bit more of that warning. It's that stay stable, protect yourself, do what feels right. Don't overdo any of one thing. It's kind of you just moving forward. It's like that almost like slow and steady kind of wins the race here. And you know, maybe that is the message. It is that kind of slow and steady wins the race. It's that you don't have to rush into anything. You don't have to make the decision that's easy because it makes someone else happy or it suits someone else, or it's like this short term instant gratification or payoff. I really feel like there's this kind of long game here and it will pay off, but you really have to suss it out a bit. Yeah. And the more I talk, I do kind of feel like that is your message here. There's this, somehow you're playing a long game and it might not feel terribly exciting right now. However, I do think you are getting positive vibes from it. Like you do know you're doing the right thing. It's just like, it's about to get a lot better. Let's put it that way. Things are really about to pick up for you, but just, you know, just keep your stride, stay sane, just do you. And if you want to move slowly, move slowly. You don't have to rush into anything. That is your message. But I will end on the positive note of the Magician, because this is a card of like having exactly what you want, doing what you want, having it in front of you and like really owning it and just being able to do whatever you want. And this is the house, this is the ring, this is that like infinite possibilities, that ownership, that sense of like, I've done this, I want this, it's mine. But there's other things that you've clearly been dealing with. And, yeah, but I don't want to over talk the message, and I'm going to keep this short and to the point because I really think, I think you heard it. I think it's here. Let me know if this works for you, if this tracks, if this feels right, if I'm totally off or on. I'd love to hear it. But thank you for listening to this reading. And if you haven't subscribed, please do like, comment, all of it. I deeply appreciate it. And I hope to see you again. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Hello, this is Light and Bone Tarot. Thank you so much for being here and letting me read for you. We are doing a reading. It's a message from Spirit. This message was meant to find you. And I hope it helps and you can make something of it. But yeah, this truly is just a gift from Spirit, a message from Spirit. So this is for you. This is your card that was right here. I don't know what it is, but it was the top card. And this is kind of you. This is your vibe, your energy, and this is going to help us decipher the message that's coming to help see you more clearly. And we have Page of Wands. The Page of Wands, there's something very passionate about this card, but not passionate in like necessarily like a physical way, like romance, but like passionate is in this project, this beginning, this setting out, this kind of like desire to communicate something, to like shout from the rooftop, like I'm doing this is me, I'm here doing, like, it's just a very much like bright, bold energy. There's such a confidence in this card. There's something very somewhat naive, but like in a fearless way, in a way that we all need. And it's kind of that energy that always, that space that always leads to something. Like things happen as a result of being the Page of Wands. It could be like the beginning of a journey. It could be you being like, this is what I need to do creatively. This is my space. Or like anything. If it's romantic, it's like you saying like, this is my person. I found them. I'm not backing down. I love them. Here's why. I will shout it from the rooftops. It's just a very confident, bold card, if you ask me. And if that sounds familiar, if that's the space you're holding right now, then I hope this message really tracks. I've got a Lenormand deck here, and I am going to get 3 Lenormand cards, and this is really going to be your message from Spirit. So let's see what Spirit wants you to know. We have the tree, we have the dog, and the snake. So I think if we just size it up, it's 2 very positive cards, and then the snake is like, whatever. I don't want to say negative, but even the negative cards in Lenormand, there's always a message. So it's never a negative or positive message necessarily. It's just your message. But something about the dog and the tree, there's a very loyal, deep stability here. And then I have to think about the snake for a minute. So let me think about your message and get back to you. Okay. So when I look at this, I look at this and I see the dog as like it's an overly positive card. It's loyalty, it's devotion, it's home, it's trust, it's everything that you love about a dog or your dog. So that energy is here. The tree and the snake are actually considered neutral cards. The tree to me, I guess, would lean a little more positively, but it's like it's a stability. There is also a loyalty piece here. I don't know why it's neutral because it feels very positive, whereas the snake has a little bit of I love that the snake isn't negative, because I love snakes. I love everything about snakes. I love what they represent. Even if someone thinks snakes are like these horrible negative serpentines, like I love them. I love what they stand for. Anyway, this message to me, combined with the fact that we have the Page of Wands here for you, this is absolutely a message of, it's as cheesy as it might sound, it is something about putting yourself first. It is something about doing exactly what you need to do. There's something about taking care of yourself. There's a message here about like health. And the snake to me is kind of like on its own. And it's like, look, don't listen or concern yourself with other people right now. Don't kind of separate yourself. Allow yourself to be almost like not influenced. Do exactly what you need to do for you right now and make that your thing. Don't listen. Don't take in this other piece of input, whatever it is. I don't know if this represents one person, a group of people, a job, a company, whatever it is, but like this over here needs to be taken out of the equation. Like you need to do exactly. And this could be for your health, for your sanity, for your future. Your snake could represent like the family that's trying to influence you. It could be an influence, like an overbearing energy, but this is you. This really is you setting out. And I do think this speaks to like, there's my lamp's going to fall in a second. There's a passion here. There's a want, there's the desire. There's something that you truly want to go after and go towards. And I'm sure people have spoken against it in one way or another. And I really think the message here is like, if it feels good to you, if this is like what makes you happy to think about, if you think this is your direction, your place, what's going to bring you all the happiness, what's going to make you feel kind of like whole and solid, this is what you should do. And that I'm going to do 3 tarot cards to kind of back this up and get a little bit more, but it's very much like trust in yourself. And there's this passion combined with like a stability. Like this isn't whatever you want over here. It's not like crazy. It's not totally left field. I mean, it might be totally left field. It might be something you just spoke about, even though you've kind of felt it for a long time, or you just started doing, but it's not crazy. It's really, it's probably the right thing for you. And I think you kind of feel that in your bones, and this is your movement. And even like feeling it in your bones and seeing the tree here, I think you feel this deeply. And people who don't share that, the snake does have bones, but anyway, not a backbone technically. I just think this isn't for anyone else to weigh in on. They don't have the right or the space or the ground to weigh in on it. This is you setting up it's like this is like your life's path here. There's something very big that you want and you're going to go after it, and you should. So that's kind of like, I guess, laying the groundwork. I'm going to get 3 cards, and this is going to be like a message from Spirit to just kind of drive this home or explain it a little better. But here is the message from Spirit, and let's see what he has to say. Okay, 2 of Pentacles, the Devil, and 9 of Pentacles. So I like this, and I like that we have the Devil card here, because to me the message is be selfish and do you. This is exactly, don't fear what other people have to say, don't fear their input, don't even consider it. This is completely you. And I think the King of Pentacles here says this is going to work out the way you want it to. I have a feeling this has to do with career. I feel like this is a passion project. This is something you want to do that might be out there. It might be taking a huge risk. It might be really hard for the first year or whatever, but there's something about this that makes me think it's going to be a juggling act. It's going to be hard. It's going to require a lot from you. But it's your path and it's for you to do, and you need to be selfish. You need to do exactly what you want to do. This is entirely your journey, and you are truly setting out on it. But starting out as the Page of Wands and ending as the King of Pentacles isn't bad. You're starting out with passion, drive, commitment, all of that. And you're ending up in a very, very good position, like mentally, physically, monetarily, all of that. So I truly love this message for you. My lamp is like falling off the wall as we speak. And there's something about that. Like, I just feel like you need to go for this. And there is kind of this, I wouldn't say there's a sense of urgency here, but it's just a feeling where I'm like kind of amped up talking about it. Like, I really want you to do this. I want this passion that's growing here to just like come out with a boom. So, and whoever the snake is, whatever it represents, I don't think it's bad people, bad anything. It's just not, you just don't need them. They're over here. This is you. You know, maybe you have a partner, a best friend, or a small group of people, family, whatever it is. There are people who could very well love and support this direction, and that's great. But you are the tree. This is your bones. This is your life. This is your stability, your sanity, your roots. This is your direction. So do it, whatever it is. I really think you should do it. And I do see if this has something to do with like work or monetary, that could result in some kind of monetary gain somehow. I really, really see that direction for you. So yeah, be fearless, jump out of like, just do it. Okay. That is your message. I hope you liked it. There's an excitement to this pile 4. There's something like I want to just like send you off and do this. So, let me know if this tracks, if it feels good, if you're feeling it. Likes, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. I'd love all 3. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again. Goodbye.